Hello guys! Welcome to another edition of Tara Na. This time, I'm taking you into my backyard to show you how a pecan tree look like. Well, let me just see if I can show you it more clearly. That big tree right there, and I'm showing it up right there, that's a pecan tree. Why am I showing this to you? Because in few minutes, I will be showing you how to make a pecan pie. You know, it's just like in the Philippines, we have buko pie and different kinds of pie. Here in the States, especially down the South, they love pecan pie. And my pecan pie is not have that thick caramel thing that you normally see when you buy it at the store. So, tara na! Let's go to my kitchen and let's start making pecan pie. As I have promised you earlier, I'm going to show you how to make a pecan pie. So it's basically very simple ingredients. All you need here is a 1 stick of melted butter. Put it in a bowl. And then you add about a cup of sugar, but I only use 3/4 cup of sugar for this one because I don't want it make it so sweet. And then about a cup of karo syrup or honey. This time I use honey because I wanted it to be a little bit more darker compared to the karo. You can use also the dark one, but I prefer honey ever since I started making this and I tried it with honey. I think I like the taste better. And then you just mix it just to make sure that the sugar, the butter and the honey is kind of mixed together so that there wouldn't be any granulated sugar left. So just keep on mixing it. And then from there, once you see that it's all incorporated nicely and it's more like a caramel type, then you can add the vanilla, then the eggs. It's the vanilla is about 2 teaspoons, and then the slightly beaten eggs. I use 3 pieces of the eggs and then mix it. Another way of doing this, you can put all the ingredients together, but I prefer to mix the liquids first so that it is nice and thoroughly, especially the sugar, thoroughly melted. You do not have to really melt the sugar, but at least when you put the pecans, you don't feel that crystallized sugar at the bottom of the bowl. Then I use about 4 cups of ground pecans. The reason why most of the recipes would only call for about 1.5 cups to at least 2 cups of pecans. But then I found out as I was learning how to do this pie, those are the ones that like in the store, that when you slice the pie, there's lots of caramel at the bottom. And I don't like that. If I want to make or if I want to eat pie, I want to taste the nuts. I want to taste the pecans and not the caramel. So with this one, mix it together. And for this purpose, I am going to use a store-bought pie shell because I do not have the time to make the shell. And sometimes making those shell just doesn't work for me. So it's easier, cheaper to buy the ready-made shells from the store. So I have here a 9-inch ready-made frozen shell. So what I'm gonna do is I am just going to divide this into 2. Like that. Spread it. Make sure it's even. And then I reserved about 20 pieces of unchopped pecans. And I am going to decorate this with just whole pecans. And it's up to you how you want it. I just normally put like a little bit in there to show, hey, it's really pecan pie. There's some pecans in there on top. So I'm just gonna put it that way. And from here, make sure that before you start baking, you have the oven preheated to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, I'm not sure what's the measurement it is over your place, whether it's a Celsius or Fahrenheit, but the oven needs to be preheated. Then you are going to bake it 60 to 70 minutes until golden brown. Now sometimes depending on the oven, it will only take 55 minutes, but most of the time where we live, it takes me about 60 minutes to bake a full recipe of the pie. So now my oven is preheated. I am going now to put it inside the oven, and I will see you later to show you my finished product. Now the pie is done. Let's give it a try. Earlier I mentioned to you that when I want to eat pie, I want to taste all the ingredients blended together, especially if it's nuts. I want to taste the nuts. I don't want to taste the sugar. I don't want to taste the caramel. Store-bought pecan pie, normally there is a layer of the nuts and then the caramel. I don't like it. It's just too sweet for me. And you can eat a lot because of that sweetness. So with this pie that I did, you cannot see there the caramel. Everything is blended together. So already sliced one, and we're gonna give it a try and see how it is. Just the way I want it. I can taste the nuts. I can chew the nuts. So friends, see you in my next issue of Tara Na!